Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we're going to work on a relatively simple pair of earrings and a relatively simple necklace, using some items that I got from a live sale from Jesse James Beads, probably over a year ago. Forgot I had them until I was organizing. Here's the little pendant we're going to use. It's a little Green Aventurine. And then the earrings are going to use these wooden donuts and some little pretty crystal flower pieces. Now, I had been going to use this one till I noticed as I was looking at it that it's got a big chip right out of here of the top right here. So this one is unfortunately going to hit the trash can. But we did still have two others. So actually I had three others. So we are going to make these earrings using these pieces. So we're going to make, like I said, a simple earrings and a simple necklace. So let's turn down and do that. So here's the pendant. We're going to set it aside right now because what we're going to use is these. Now I really wish that this wood piece had as fun patterning as this one does, but since they don't, that's fine. This one also, its hole is a little clogged up with its wood. It looks like it didn't get cleaned out real good, so we'll clean that out some. So what I want to do with these is take our little crystals and hang them so they hang right here, sort of over the hole. And I was debating just putting them right with it so that, and I may still do that because I like the way the light shines through the crystal when you hook them together like that. Now, I'm not sure that a regular oval jump ring will fit into this hole because it's pretty thick. So if that's the case, we may need to make a jump ring for this, and if we do, that's fine. We know how to do that, and we'll see. In the meantime, I noticed that some of these little prongs are pushed up, and I'm going to see if I can find my prong pusher and push those prongs back down. Okay, this is a prong pusher. It's just got this little piece right here, and all you do is you carefully roll this over your prong so that it pushes it down closer to the piece you want it to go down on. Now this one side's pretty good, but this side still needs a little bit of a push down. I think the prongs on this one are pretty good. So now what we want to do is we want to check our jump ring, see if it'll work. If it won't, then we're going to want to make our own I'm going to try some gold ones. Now I was debating bronze because these are, well, maybe we'll try the bronze. Let's find out. So, though to be quite truthful, I don't think this is going to work because that is a pretty wide piece across here. Oh, it does. Excellent. So we'll just close that back up then. Now you have a choice here. You could stick the piece directly into your jump ring, or you can hang it from a couple of other small ones. I'm going to open this back up, see what it looks like with it hanging on there. In fact, no, I won't. I will just open our second one here. We'll put it on the other one here. And we'll simply hang this off this one. And we'll see how it looks when we close it up. Is it going to be what I want it to be, or are we going to have to do a little bit of adjusting? Now we're going to have to do some adjusting. See, this is what I was afraid of, that when the it came through, our crystal would hang up there. And see, when it is sitting properly, the crystal hangs up. So we don't want that to happen. So we're going to open it back up, take our crystal off. And close it back up. Now, what we need to do, because that's doing that, we need to get a couple of little Tinky Tots out. Make sure I get the... And we want 2 for each one. Now, you may be saying, why do we need 2? Well, that's because in order to hang straight, it needs 2. If we were to do this, it would hang like this. We don't want it to hang like that, so we need 2. So we'll open this one up. Put it on our little crystal piece. Open the second one. Now you'll notice I move this back and forth, and that's because I want my split at the top when I open it, because otherwise it, if you try to open it the normal way, it's going to mangle it. So just a thought, something to think about when you're doing these. So now we'll, uh-oh, come back here, baby. There's the jump ring. It's going to try and flip sideways if you don't. So, you know, I'm not sure which way these are supposed to go. I was thinking the other way, but there's the flat facets right there, which is sometimes the, but I'm going to go this way with them. Come on, baby, go on there. I don't want to have to go up to a medium, because a medium will let it drop down further than I want it to. So, come on. So it's still a little lower than I would like it to be, but I think it's good. I think we can live with it. So, now these are going to be a pretty chunky earring, and I think it's cool. I think they have a lot of character. We aren't going to put much more on them because I don't think it needs any more. I'm just going to hook these together, and then I will get some ear wires to finish these off. Now, I'm going to have a choice when I do that. It's either going to have to be stainless steel, or it's going to have to be, or I want it to be gold. I'm leaning towards stainless steel. I don't think I have any, well, I might have some bronze. I might have some bronze lever backs. We'll have to check that out. So, come on. Ugh, that just fell on the floor. Heard it fall. So, we'll get a new one out. Like I say, when you're opening a jump ring, you want to have your groove at the top. Grab it with one, take your other one, and just give it a twisting motion. And that will hook it on. Come here, you. Okay. Now to close it back up, you just twist it back the other direction so that it matches up the way it was coming off. And I think I just put this on backwards, but it can be flipped to go over to the other side. And there we go. So there is our the basis of our 2 earrings. Now we just have to get some ear wires, and they are finished. Pretty simple. I considered putting some chain and letting these dangle down, but I sort of like them with him over the hole like that. So okay, these ear wires are not antique, are not bronze, but they are antique copper, which is a pretty close substitute. So we're gonna leave them at that. Get a couple more tinky tots, because as you can see, when your jump ring is up and your ear wire's up, it's facing the same direction. So you need to go and grab this with a jump ring, and I'm just going to use some more tinky tots. These are 4mm. So open this up. Come here. Now I think I put the second pair of pliers over the break, and that's what happened just now. So now we'll grab this, and then we'll put our ear wire on, making sure that we've got it facing forward. Come on, baby. Being stubborn. Got it on the main wire, but it doesn't want to go on the ear wire. But I don't really want to use a bigger ear wire if I can help it, because or a bigger jump ring, because we already have, you know, a number of jump rings here. So here we go. On. Oops. So there's our earring. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty cute too. So now we'll get the other one finished being put together, and then we're going to start on our simple necklace. I'm sort of debating on the necklace whether I want to use Coriana chain or a different style of chain. because I am going to put a few stones on there, and I could just put the stones on the Coriana chain. It doesn't even need anything extra because it's a pretty interesting chain. Or I could use a regular chain. I'll have to decide when I get to that point, when I'm working on that. So we'll see. Rory, what are you doing? Come on, baby, go on. Well, that wasn't very kosher. Now this one isn't closing all the way, so I'm going to take the two halves, hold them, and then I'm going to wiggle them while I exert some forward pressure. And there we go. I think it's on. Yep, there we go. So there is our earrings. So now we have our little Aventurine piece, and I'm going to make a really simple necklace out of this. I'm debating if I want to put a Coriana chain or something more delicate, and what I'm going to use as far as beads are concerned is I have these leftover little green Aventurines from making the necklace we've been making lately. And I'm thinking that it will be really cute combined with some of these. Now, I'm not going to do a full strand of these, obviously, because it's going to be a simple necklace. And all we're going to do is put a few of these in with some spacers, and I've been debating how many I want to put on. If I want to put on like 6 right here by the piece, or if I want to do more than that. This actually would look cute just hung from a strand of beads, but that's not what I want to do. I want to just hang it on whatever chain I decide to use, with a few beads and a few spacers here and there along the way. And maybe I will just put the beads down at the bottom and not even bother putting up around the top. Just do a few to give it some definition. Now, I also found amongst the same order some crystal chain. It's got some little rhinestones in here. And I could just make this a short little necklace with this crystal chain as the chain, and I could still break it and put one of these in every once in a while. And I am debating doing that. I do like this. I think it's very pretty. Question is, do I hang our our little stone off of the middle here, some off the chain itself, or do we get it a bail or a jump ring? Or I do believe this chain's links will open. I don't think they're welded. I have to check. If they're not welded, then it's going to be very, very simple to just do a couple of, it's not, see there, it just opened up easily. Let's see if it's big enough to have our little pendant on here, though. Of course, if it's not, I can always switch it to a different jump ring wherever I put that in, and I'm thinking I might do that. Or I could put it on a bail. We'll see what we decide to do here. But I like the fact that I can open these links up, that they're not permanently closed, and makes it easier to put the beads in. And we'll see how long we want this to be. I'm thinking not very long, maybe an 18-incher. So let's get it for 18. I think we'll go to 9 here. Back this direction to the 9, and we'll open up this link here. Now it is going to end up being a little bit longer than 18 when I put those in, so I think I'm going to back off about 3 or 4 links here, and so that we have some little bit of extra room when we put the other things in. And it's not as extra-sized. So now this is the extra chain. We'll put this back over here with my other chains. And we're going to use this simple chain. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to I'm probably going to go to the middle here and open this jump ring up here and put a bigger jump ring on here. Either that, or I'll just hook a jump ring onto it with our pendant on it, and that will keep it from wiggling around right there. And that is very this is pretty much what I'm going to do, I think. So we will just get another jump ring. And in fact, we're going to try a Tinky Tot, see if that's going to work on this. No, I don't think it will. This is pretty fat. So we're going to get a medium one. And we'll just hook it straight to that baby right there, excuse me, that jump ring that's in the middle there. We'll just hang her straight from it. Now, normally I would put a bail on, but I think it's going to work better for this just to hang on to the chain, because the chain has got lots of links and things in it, and I think that's going to be helpful just to hook it onto the link. I'm not even sure this one's going to work. This bail is very fat, and it doesn't want to sit in the curve. There it goes. I think Lily's been on the desk again. I keep coming up with little hairs here. Let's see how this is going to work on our jump ring here. I think it'll be all right. Now I just have to get some pins, and we'll just pin do I don't know, maybe 6 of these up, and then we'll open up our jump rings and put these between. Looks like I'm gonna need to go here. This side is not as tight a knot, so I should be able to get it open. Come on. So I think I'm just going to get 6 of these out. There's 6. And we'll put this away, because I'm just wanting to put a touch of the Aventurine up the chain. I don't want a lot, just a little bit. So we're just going to put a little bit up the chain, like every once in a while. Just to bring that green up the chain. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these eye pins, and we're going to, these are some older eye pins. I don't have any really new ones, but that's all right. And we're going to put our little Aventurines on these. And then we're going to take our one-step looper and loop the other side. Now, I'm going to do 6 of them up, then I'm going to split about, I think about at 3, maybe 4. And then we're going to put these in the middle to bring this Aventurine color up into the necklace itself. Now, I'm also going to get some tiny of my jump rings out, my oval jump rings, because these guys are a crystal, a jump ring, a crystal. So when I open this up and put the Aventurine on, I could either put it on right in between the crystals, but I think that's going to be too close. So what we're going to do is we'll get some oval jump rings out, and we will, what we're going to do, come on baby, go on that pin. Doesn't want to go on here. Strange. Let's see if it's just if it's the pin or if it's the looks like it might be a bigger pin, because the Aventurine doesn't want to go on that one either, so the other one doesn't. So I'm going to get the box out and get another pin out as well. That's funny. Now it doesn't want to go on to, this one doesn't want to go on here either. And I just took it off of here. It's very strange. Now this one went straight onto here with no problem. It may be the Aventurine. So let's get a different one out, and we'll see if a different one will work better on here. I re-knotted it, so we're going to have to unknot it again. But that's all right. See if we can, if this one will work better. Yeah, that one went straight on, so it must be this one has got a relatively small hole. It's one thing with gemstones, they don't always have the same size hole. But it's all right. We have one that fits, so we'll just put the rest of these away. Then we're going to get our one-step looper. And even though I'm not really great with the one-step looper, I actually could just cut these and just loop them myself, which I might do. So I'm going to just take my finger and I'll put it right here, and then I'll cut off the side here. And that should give us plenty of room for our wrap. In fact, it still might be too much room, and if that's so, then we'll just trim it, of course. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get our round nose pliers out, and we're going to wrap a loop. And see, it is bigger than I needed it to be because it can come all the way down here further. So we'll get our clippers back out, and I'm going to clip it about right here in the middle of this loop. Then we will bend it here. And I've got it going the opposite direction, so we will take it and do a twist. And as you can see, this one is still got a lot of extra room here. So, and I'm going to close this one a little better because it's not closed that well. So we need this still to be a little bit smaller because I don't want it having that much extra space. So So there's number one, and as we noticed, I could take off more of our extra wire here. See, even this one, which was the smallest one, has extra wire. So I'm going to clip that off, and we'll get that down there. There we go. Two down. Now I'm just going to trim a little bit of more wire off of each of these before we even start them. And since I didn't decide to use the looper, let's put it away. So you just need, you know, enough wire to do your loop. Since we're making relatively small loops, we don't need a lot. And these even might be bigger than I want them. And if they are, we'll just trim some more off, just like we have been. So, straighten that up a little bit. I think it'll work, though. And our last one. Now I have been known to take these and make them go around like a split ring to get to that last little bit I want. And that works really nice too, if that's what you want to try. So there we go. There's our little pieces all put together now. Now what we need to do is simply go in, decide where we want to split our chain at here. I think we're going to start here at 3. So 1, 2, 3. We'll open this one up. Then we'll pull this piece off here and we'll just grab one of these little guys and put it on. Close this the chain back up. Then we'll grab one of these little tinky tots. Again, these are 5mm. And we will grab the other side of our Aventurine, get our chain back, and hook that on. Now, nicely enough, the Tinky Tots are about the same size as the regular ones that are on there, so it's not, you know, going to be a big, huge, oh gosh, that doesn't look quite right. So there's our first one. We need to put one in 3 at the other side, so that's 1, 2, 3, so it will go right here on this one. Take the chain off, put our little Aventurine on. Come on, close up good. Okay. Now we'll grab again one of these little guys here. Open it up. We'll go in our other side of our Aventurine. And then we'll grab the chain and put it on. How that little bit of green is just showing, making a little pop of green there. Then we can go up 3 again, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3 for our last one. Maybe we better go up a little bit more. Unless I want to get some more Aventurine out, we may want to like go up the 5 for this one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we'll go with 5 so that we get our Aventurine quite a bit up there. So let us count our 5 crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to open this one right here. Oops. Well, it would help if I got a better hold of it, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here. Oh yeah, I can see it did start to open, but I didn't quite get it good enough there. So take you off, put you on, close you up, Tinky Tot. Now we'll go up 5 again on this side to put the last one on this side, and then we'll do the 5 and 5 on this other side over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're right here. Nope, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. This one has got a bigger gap here than I want, so we're going to take a little bit more off of this one. Rose, you forgot to go. Okay, Now we've got all of the Aventurine into here, and now all we have to do is put a lobster claw on this, and she is done. So we've got a couple of jump rings here, as well as this lobster claw. So now all we need to do is open up one of our jump rings and hook the lobster claw on one side, and then just open the other jump ring and hook it to the other side. And then our little necklace is finished. Now, if you didn't want to put the little pendant directly into the jumping it directly into the chain like I did, you can always use a bail or a larger jump ring. Even this larger jump ring would work fine because it would slip right over everything. So that would work if that's what you wanted to do. But anyway, and our little Aventurine pendant necklace is all finished in this pretty chain. The little green pops up into the chain with the little tiny Aventurine stones I've added. So there is our little necklace. Then of course there's the earrings we finished earlier with the wood and the little crystals. So there we go. There's our two items that we've made today. These really cool earrings. Now they're really pretty light, even though they're pretty good sized. That little piece is wood, so it's a lightweight wood. So I think it's going to be a fun earring. I think I like it. I hope you guys enjoyed making those with me. Now, and they were very, very simple to make. And then of course we also made this pretty little Aventurine pendant necklace. Very simple, very nice, but as I said, we put our little Aventurine stones up inside the chain to pull the green from the Aventurine up into the chain. So a very nice, simple little necklace. You could wear it whenever you wanted. I think it will look good with anything green. So there are our two pieces of pieces that we made with the items that I found from one of my Jesse James beads cells that's been sitting around for some time. So those were fun. I like how those turned out, the earrings and the necklace. I hope you enjoyed making them with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.